That tune just popped in my head literally before I hit record. Oh my goodness, I'm having a moment. Maybe because I'm just so excited that we are on day 31 of our 40 days of sacred clearing for women over 40, making space for all things new. I am your host with the most, Allison Rozelle, also known as Coach Roz. Today, my darlings, we are talking about your magic, your mojo, your womaness, femininity, everything that makes you you. That is what we're talking about today. So, I wanted to talk about this because a lot of times we start to feel, when we start to press forward toward learning our purpose, finding our purpose, we get on this journey of purpose. And we start asking questions of ourselves, and we start looking for things, and we start, maybe we might discover some things. Maybe we get a little stuck and stagnant. Maybe we just don't know what we need to do at this point in time. Never fear. Coach Roz is here. So I want to talk to you about your magic. And I will not lie to you. There was a moment in time where I would kind of look at you sideways if you called me magical. And the reason is, I don't know. I think it's because of, well, I grew up in church. And magic is just something that is thought of as kind of a novelty thing, right? So like you would go to Vegas, I don't know, and see a magic show, but there's no real talk about magic. And as far as your own personal magic, and your magic is really just the essence of what makes you you. What makes you so divine, so, magical, mystical, and majestic. It's the embodiment of who you are. So with me, if you had called me magical, I would have really been like, what you talking about, Willis? What you talking about? I wouldn't have wanted to embrace that. But now I fully embrace it. I fully embrace my magic, my mojo, my essence of who I am. Because I know now that what makes me me is special. That's why you want to use words like magic, because it's special. It's a talent. It's a gift. It's what makes you, or should make you, hold your head up high and be proud of who you are. So your magic and your mojo, your mission, and what you were put on this earth to do, your purpose, all come together to make wonderful, magical you. So when you start to discover the fact that you are in fact magical, when you start, I guess, accepting the fact that you are magical, then there comes a time, like I got a piece of lint in my hair, sorry. Then there comes a time where you start getting all these ideas and things that you're thinking about, and you start to feel like really overwhelmed. And you just need a moment to just kind of clear the space in your head so that you can make way for your magic. And not only do you get ideas, but also that nagging thing in the back of your mind that comes from a limiting belief of you not being worthy. So you start saying, well, who wants to listen to me talk about that? Who wants to watch me on YouTube? Who wants to hear me give advice on love, on sex, on marriage? My marriage failed. You know what I'm saying? So we start having that, but now we want to make way for our magic. So we want to kind of like do like Wonder Woman and pew pew every time we hear or feel those negative vibes coming. We just want to kind of block and make way for the magic. So what you can do is start with, if you're not sure of what your magic is or what your purpose is or your mission is, well, think about the things that you do really well. Think about what you do really well. Think about what makes you stand out from everybody else. What is it that drives you? What is it that makes you happy and feel blissful? And you can do it with ease. And, some people might find it hard to do. And then some people, have no desire to do it. But for you, it makes you feel alive. It makes you feel, special. It makes you feel on top of your game. So the first thing that you can do basically is to just lead with that. Lead with what makes you magical. Lead with what you do exceptionally well. So think about that. And I want you to journal about that. What is it that I do exceptionally well? And not only do I do it well, I love doing it. Yeah, because in the midst of all that, that's how you make way for your magic. That's how it can come forth. Because first you have to acknowledge that it's there. And you have to first figure out what it is and then acknowledge that it's there. So once you've gotten to that point where you're figuring out what it is, acknowledge that it is what it is and that it's there, and say, I am magical. I am special. I own and hone my magic, my mojo, my mission, my purpose. Yes. And that's what you need to start doing. Just total embodiment of that. Sit up straight. Sit up straight. Look yourself in the mirror, because I love those mirror activities. Look yourself straight in the mirror and be like, hey, you are magical. You are powerful. Look at you. You better work. Give yourself those pep talks in the mirror. And that way you can slowly make way for your magic to come forth, because then you start looking at yourself in a different way. And it kind of starts building a little bit of confidence, right? Right. So that's what I have for you today to make way for your magic. I want you to sit down and think about, that one thing that you do exceptionally well. And not only do you do it well, you enjoy doing it. Because I promise you, in the midst of all those things that you like to do and that you do very well, your purpose is in there. It is. And that is your magic. And you've made way for your magic, for your mojo. Yes. All right. So that's all I have. Be sure to join me on soundcloud.com/Coach Roz, and that is where you can listen to the Starting Over at 40 podcast that debuts every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. So as soon as you get up on Tuesday morning, you can go take a listen and, listen to it on your way to work. Listen to it while you work out. Listen to it while you're at work, if you're able to. Now, don't get in trouble listening to the podcast when you're not supposed to be doing that at work. Because, I don't want nobody to come back saying, well, Coach Roz said, no, I don't want you to get in trouble. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing that you can do about that. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye for now. Yay.